Now, as we get into the new year, I said this earlier before, but you know, when it's a new year, new me, and we feel the need to kickstart a few things. And one of those things that people, you know, seem to be after is having a flat tummy
Girl.
and reducing their weight and cutting back a few pounds. We have seen a few celebrities go for the gastric balloon. It's been very common in Kenya,
Yep.
and I don't know why.
Yep.
We've seen a few people go get liposuction. We've seen Rono go to the gym and just persevere and endure it. And now she looks banging, okay? So today we're going to talk about planning to have a flat tummy, okay? First of all, we're saying it is okay to be the way you are, okay? It doesn't matter if you look like a tank, it is your tank. After all, you're not a snake. So why should you have a flat tummy? But for those who would like to wear a crop top and not look like Winnie the Pooh, what are some of the things you're going to do to achieve a flat tummy this year?
Y'all, me baby, yo. After hanging out with some few Instagram friends, I am shook. People are
The pressure.
the pressure is worse. It's worse. Look up here. Have you ever sat down with people and you're like, how is that dress and that, like, how is that stomach and that behind on the same body? It makes no sense.
I went for an influencer event
Those
and
ones,
immediately,
pressure.
like waliekele chakula kwa meza in front of me, and I was like, I don't want to eat too much.
Yep.
So they don't think I'm fat.
They're
but
like, this is how you got
I'm
here.
gonna sip my water.
This how you got here.
But sometimes the mistakes we do when we want to get like a flat stomach.
Yeah.
Like was it maybe 2 years ago? There was this Asian girl.
Yeah.
Was it Ting? Something Ting. Chloe
Yeah.
Ting or
Chloe
something.
Ting, yeah.
Yeah, and she had this get a flat stomach in 2 weeks.
Oh, God.
And it was such a tasking and
Extreme.
vigorous whatever, and it sent so many people to hospital because it was intense. They were barely eating, and it had become like a cult. And the thing is, it was during the COVID time, so everyone is at home, everyone has time to do it, and so many people got sick. So many people got eating disorders because of this. So many people had mental health issues because of this. But still, out of that cohort of people who participated in that challenge, there are a few people who came out and said, it's a success story, I lost like 10 pounds, blah, 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 blah. And sometimes you feel the need to do the fast route. And you do those, you know, get a flat tummy in 2 weeks.
Kwanza nimeona wale
And I look like
marafiki wa your friend Erika Amondi wameanza kusema ati, oh, realize your body metabolism. Which metabolism is yours? It's a
It's
scam.
a lie. It's a lie.
It's a scam, my friend. Let me tell you the truth of the matter for anyone who wants to lose weight, and as a person who's lost it and gained it back, the only thing that will change in your body is you eating in a caloric deficit.
Yep.
And there is a huge difference between eating at a caloric deficit and starving. So they're two different things, my friend. Don't go over there trying to sijui, oh, you're only eating one carrot and sijui one leaf of lettuce because you're trying to be skinny like Kim right now because she's lost all the weight. Child,
Utadai.
utadai. Utapata ulcers, my friend. You will start having some weird body reactions that you don't understand because your body is supposed to act a certain way, you know? Your body knows fat is for storing. If you start to starve yourself, guess what? You store more fat because your body is trying to maintain that you don't die. And the only way that your body ensures that you don't die is by refusing to let go of your fat. That's why, even as you're losing weight, guess what? The stomach is always the last thing to go. Have you ever asked yourself why?
Why?
Why is that belly fat the last thing to go? You have lost everything else. Your neck is looking like amagua bene, as my friend used to say from Isibania. She used to tell me her mom used to see her and ask her, tata, amagua bene, nini unakaa hivi umekonda?
I used to be told ati sijui niko na shingo refu
There we
na
go.
niko na hangers kwa
Kwa
whatever.
kifua, eh.
Yo.
Collarbones zime protrude. You look malnutrition. You look like those people that they normally shoot when they come. When the nice white people come and
Listen,
try and take.
I saw
video.
pictures of me when I was so
You
skinny.
were so skinny.
I saw pictures of me and I was like, God, did my parents neglect me? What was happening? I even called my mom. I was like, what was happening? And she was like, mimi nilikuacha tu. Kama utaka kukula, ukule. Kama hautaki, ukae. And I'm like, girl, You don't do that to a kid. You feed them.
But like that's another problem within the African community. It's always a thing of they either feed you too much or feed you too little. Because it is now for me, it was the vice versa. My mother would be those guys who give you carbohydrates, kamulima hivi, alafu kanyama kadogo na kamboga kadogo. Now, how are you supposed to like, surely,
na ulikuwa unamaliza yote inaisha pamoja.
Mpaka unalamba sahani.
You're not a foodie, you are a foodie.
I'm a foodie, I'm a foodie. So like some of these habits are bad, but like in general, I think let's just agree that caloric deficit is not morsels of food that even a rat wouldn't shiba. Like,
True.
Let's not do that.
Exactly.
Not do that.
And another mistake is sometimes you're burning calories, yes, but not enough.
Yep.
You know, like you're doing a small walk and then you think that is enough. Like something that you're already supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Or you're like, you're walking for 2 minutes and then you come back, it's like, oh,
Reward
we
yourself
had
with
a
ice cream.
workout,
Yeah.
okay? Ama you go for a walk and then you walk into a restaurant.
Yeah.
That is me. I would walk from my house all the way down Langata Road, all the way to T-Mall, and then come back up, and then I go and enter a restaurant. And I'm
Wow.
like, give me the sweetest coffee you have.
Wow.
Already you've just haribud.
Let's talk about the truth
Everything.
of the matter with that particular thing. Most of us have these watches, or even your phone has that app where it tracks your steps
calories
and stuff
you've
like
lost,
that.
Unaangalia
hiyo app yako imekuambia you have lost
324.
320. That is specific. Ni ya juzi ama?
Nakumbuka 324. Alafu
You've
nikaingia
lost.
nikakula croissant na coffee na sijui kitu ingine ikakuja for 10 calories.
A croissant alone is like, but then, let's talk about the realities of things. Simply because you're also eating chakula kidogo doesn't necessarily mean that you're eating calories kidogo. One croissant, if we can even check right now, guy, tuangalie.
Kwa nini uongee kama ni French?
Croissant, one croissant. Where is it? The app. Let me look for the app and tell you what it is as Turi is completing the sentence. Yes.
Yes. Alafu, Kathami has also mentioned this. Another thing why you could not be losing weight or getting that flat tummy is because you're not eating enough.
Yeah.
Unakula kidogo kidogo kama like a rat. Why?
Yeah.
It's good to reduce your portion, and that's why it's called portion control. If you used to eat like a fundi, now you eat like, you know, bibia fundi. You know, like just reduce the small portions. If you used to eat this amount, maybe cut it in half and then balance it out.
Yeah.
Okay? Have a few of this, have a few of this. Si kila siku unakula chips, alafu you expect to lose. You're not going to do it. You need your proteins, you need your veggies, you need to mix it up all in there and then in small portions.
Yeah, I think it's important.
And a snack.
Especially with that. Let's talk about veggies and the importance of veggies, right? Which is something that we all try and run away from. Alafu atuongei juu ya veggies kama skuma yenye umepika na kilo mzima ya mafuta. Like, let's,
like
you're over there eating veggies.
Oil cooked with skuma.
There we go. It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. Or you have a salad and then you end up drizzling like a quarter of the bottle of olive oil in that. Like, for what? What are you doing? Like, what are we doing? Do you know how many calories are there in 1 tablespoon of oil and fat? It's a lot. It goes towards the 700s. Kijiko moja hivi ya mafuta hivi unaweka kwa mdomo. But we digress. But vegetables are very, very important. Why? Roughage, fiber, and they give you that support. It fills you up. If you want to start eating cabbage right now, in fact, even watermelon. Wake up in the morning and decide you're going to have watermelon. You can eat watermelon. The gym guy was sharing me the other day. One of my coaches was telling me that you can wake up, go to the place where they kata that watermelon. Unamaliza hii akikukatia ingine. That's how much watermelon you can have, because it's mostly just water. So these are the things that you need to start to realize, that simply because you're eating a small amount of food doesn't mean that you can take away everything else. You can be hungry at the end of the day. Jaza na vegetables. Na tumesema si vegetables mwagiliwa mafuta. Like, surely, what are you? Are you single-handedly trying to support the petroleum companies in our country?
Like, would US raid your kitchen
would
because
they?
of all the oil?
That's so funny.
Exactly. And another thing, doing sit-ups and crunches.
Yeah.
How does that not make you lose like the belly fat?
Because there's no such thing as spot reduction. Like there's absolutely no such thing as losing fat from one part of your body. It does not work. Yes, consecutively doing the same exercises will amplify or increase something, but as we said, just as we said, the stomach is usually the last place where you lose fat or basically, and that is what everyone is usually going to the gym to do. I want to go to the gym so I can have abs. If the stomach is the last thing to go, what does that mean? You have to shed everything else off in order for you to get to that stomach, which means there is no way you're going to lose that stomach fast before you lose your booty. And I saw a friend of mine who shrunk. She used to be big, and she just, pew, and you could even see, she used to have very nice jaggies, but they all just pew, disappeared. Why? Because it's the reality of what you're doing. You're losing fat. You can't say, I will lose fat on my toe. No, it's impossible. It's impossible.
So specific.
Yeah, it's great. It will build muscle for you to start doing exercises, just crunches and all of that. It's great. It will build muscle. It will help your core be stronger. But ultimately, there's no way you're going to lose fat you're going to lose weight in one part of your body unless you go for surgical or cosmetic surgery.
Exactly. And another reason why you're probably not losing that belly is because unakula kama fundi.
Yo!
You're not tracking your calories. And Kapami has talked about this. You need to figure out, what am I consuming versus what am I losing, okay? Don't be like me as you go and lose 324 calories and then you gain 410. It just cancelled everything out. Yeah. And you're now wondering, why am I gaining weight? It's because you went for the sweet coffee after your run. Yeah. This doesn't make sense. So don't do that. Track. I'm not a huge advocate for tracking calories. Yeah, it's a bit of pressure. Because it can get, obsessive and it give you anxiety. Almost cultic, you know? Uko shago. Say uko niyo ama merudi job. You know, like you're trying to ask your grandmother, hii mokimo iko na calories ngapi?
Uliweka mafuta inatoshana aje? Surely.
Yeah, don't be that person. Just focus on portion control, doing things consistently until you see a result. And it might be difficult, let's be honest. It will be difficult. Sometimes you're going to see, hey, I'm becoming a hot girl. And then you decide to reward yourself. And that's just the reality of things. You reward yourself because why should you suffer? And you're a child of God. And then you reward yourself too much. It's good to sometimes, give in. Like, maybe it's a cheat day, but cheat responsibly. Okay, that's...
Like, cheating...
Cheat responsibly.
Cheat day does not mean you eat everything that you were supposed to not eat during the week, but you eat it in one day. It makes no difference. Yeah. If you have a whole tub of ice cream, for what? Like, some of these things are usually self-inflicted wounds. As Turi is saying over there, you've walked... How many minutes does it take for you to lose even 1 calorie? Doesn't it take like 2 minutes? It takes about 2 minutes for you to lose half a calorie. And then you're over there saying, nimetembea 10 minutes. How many calories do you think you've lost?
Sometimes you'll be walking for all of 20 minutes and then you look at saying you've lost just 100 or 100 calories. So for you to have lost all of those and then you go back and take, like a sweet or ice cream, it's just detrimental to you.
It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. So again, tracking weight loss is different for different. And also let's not also forget that thing. Kama unakanga kanyoni, lazima utakaa tu kanyoni. Like if Johnny Bravo is your spirit idol or is your body, you're twinning. It's okay. If you're going to lose weight, guess what? You're going to look a lot more like them than anything else. So don't assume simply because you're trying to lose weight that you will automatically cure all of these body dysmorphia issues that you may have. This is just for you to be healthy, for you to have that nice flat tummy. But if you have a nice flat tummy and the behind is gone and the chest is gone and all you have is a flat tummy, it's cute, but is it what you want is the question. Yeah.
So you need to get some muscle in there.
Get some muscle.
Work on the muscles. Unfortunately, we never have enough time. Somehow. But it's the new year. What are your resolutions? What's happening? Tell us all of this tomorrow.